Hey boys, it's HarmNone. Today we're going to be customizing the Dewbauchee Rapid GT in GTA Online. You can buy this off of Legendary Motorsport for I think $130,000. It's a very good car. I'd highly recommend picking one up. Let's get into this customization. Alright guys, so I've got the armor brakes, engine, transmission, and the turbo already upgraded on this car, so we're just going to be focusing on cosmetic options today. Starting off, we have the chassis here. You can add a roll cage and a chassis upgrade to this car if you so choose. I am personally not going to go for it today. I'm not going to build a race car with this thing, so let's move on to the exhaust. We got titanium exhaust or regular here. So this car actually came out with Grand Theft Auto 5, so as a result of that, there's not a whole lot of customization options. I personally actually like the stock exhaust a lot better on this car, so we're going to keep that. Next up, we got the lights. We're going to go xenon, of course. Plate, yellow and black. For the respray, there are a lot of colors that look pretty good on this car, but I think for today, I kind of want to go for like a silver, like maybe a rolled like steel or something like that, a bluish silver. I think a bluish silver kind of looks fire actually. Let's do a bluish silver for sure. Next up, we got the spoilers. We have a low level spoiler and a carbon wing. Honestly, I don't actually hate the look of either of them on this car in particular, but I don't really want to add them either. I'm not a huge fan of, how it looks with this particular build that we're doing today, so we're just going to leave it off. Next up, we got the suspension. We can lower it all the way down. You actually get a decent amount of suspension travel, probably about like an inch or so, maybe 2 inches. So I think we are actually going to lower this thing all the way down. Next up, we have the wheels, and I kind of want to see what my new favorite rims look like on this thing. I kind of like that actually, but at the same time, it's like a little bit ugly. Let's see what the other options are looking like here. You know what? Actually, the True Fade Concave kind of work with this car. I'm not gonna lie. Let's go with that. And let's see, what do they look like in black? Oh, they look pretty good in black. Oh, they also look really good in like frost white. What about a stone silver? You know what? Actually, I like them in frost white, man. We're gonna do that. Was not expecting that, but we are gonna do that. We could do tire lettering. I'm not going to though. I personally just don't really love the look of it. Bulletproof tires are already on the car, of course, and for the tire smoke, I think probably just gonna leave it stock. Last but not least, let's do the windows. Let's tint those all the way out. Alright, this thing's looking pretty decent. Let's take this down to the ground, do a little sound test and a review. Alright, starting off with the sound test, here we go. Honestly, not a really bad sounding car. I actually kind of like it. Let's get into the review now. Off the line, a little bit of wheel spin, but nothing too major. It's honestly pretty good. It grips up decently. So the handling on the initial turn is pretty good. I know that this car does suffer from a little tiny bit of understeer, but it's not too terrible. It's definitely manageable. This car in the GTA community is actually kind of known as a drift car, weirdly. I wouldn't have expected that, just looking at it, but, after spending some time in the GTA community, I have seen my fair share of people drifting these things and people making videos out of drifting these things and how to make drift builds of them, stuff like that. So it is a pretty reliable drift car from what I understand. I haven't really, tapped in with that whole thing a lot, but if you do want a drift car, I'm pretty sure this thing is pretty well recognized as one in the community. Just doing some light off-roading here, boys. Alright, back on the road now, finally. A little bit of damage on the front of the car. I'm not tripping too much about it though. It should be fine. Alright, here's the real test. Let's see how the handling is. Oh, dang, it does kind of drift though. Look at that. Ooh. Ooh, it's kind of nice though. Man, for how cheap this car is, this thing is actually sick, boys. I would highly recommend picking one of these up. I really like the Rapid GT. I've actually had this thing in my garage like the entire time I've had this character. I think it was actually one of the first cars that I bought, so if that doesn't say something, then, I don't know what will. I really like this car. It is, I wish that I drove it more, but after this customization and the review, I'm probably going to have to start driving it a little bit more. So anyway, guys, I think that's pretty much it for the customization and the review today. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like. If not, dislike. Subscribe if you guys are new. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Until then, take care. Peace.